Okay, y'all, this tea is piping hot and the internet is going wild over it. There's a crazy rumor going around that Tina Knowles, yes, Beyoncé and Solange's mama, might be spinning the block and getting back with her ex-husband, Mathew Knowles. Sounds wild, right? But let us break it down for you. So, here's where it all started. A video was posted online by someone who works closely with Tina's team. It was just supposed to be a simple behind-the-scenes clip. Nothing serious, right? But oh, the internet saw everything. In the background of the video, Tina was seen FaceTiming a bald man, and fans immediately said he looked a lot like Mathew Knowles. Now, here's the juicy part. In the quick moment before the assistant deleted the video, people claimed they could hear the man on the phone saying, "I'll see you tonight." Tina was also caught laughing and fixing her hair during the call. That little detail really got fans talking. Was she just meeting up with Mathew for business during her book tour, or was it something more personal? Some fans are convinced that the vibes were romantic, not professional. If that wasn't enough, this wouldn't be the first time Tina and Mathew tried to make things work again. We all remember how their marriage ended back in 2009, after it came out that Mathew had a baby with another woman named Alexandra Wright. Tina filed for divorce, dropped the case, and then refiled again in 2011. She said they had conflict of personalities. But let's be real, he had been cheating with more than just Alexandra. Y'all, this man was out here being real messy. There were even rumors that another woman, Andola, was pregnant at the same time as Alexandra. Tina later revealed in her memoir that Mathew had been cheating for their entire marriage. Yes, the whole time. Can you imagine that? But wait, here's where things really get wild. In her memoir, Tina admitted that after filing for divorce, she and Mathew secretly reconnected in early 2010. Yup, they were meeting up in secret, going on romantic boat trips, and even staying at their beach house in Galveston, sometimes alone, sometimes together. And here's the real kicker. Beyoncé and Solange didn't even know. Tina kept it quiet until one day, on a surprise Mother's Day visit, they almost got caught. Mathew had to sneak out of the house before the girls arrived, but Tina later told her daughters the truth. According to Tina, Beyoncé just nodded, probably shocked, but didn't say much. But Solange, oh baby, she was mad. Tina said Solange got emotional and questioned why she would even think of going back to a man who cheated on her so much. Solange has always been protective of her mum, and this time was no different. So let's keep this tea flowing because the internet isn't done with Mama Tina and Mathew just yet. People have started to notice that Tina and Mathew have been spotted together a lot more lately, especially during Tina's recent book tour. Some fans say it's giving more than just friendly exes. Mathew was even seen showing major support at Tina's Houston event. He gave a speech thanking the city and even gave love to Kelly Rowland for introducing him. But the part that got everyone's attention. Mathew told the crowd how proud he was of Tina and even called her the mother of their daughters with a lot of warmth. Like, sir, that sounds real cozy. In his post, he wrote about how Tina becoming a New York Times best-selling author was a huge deal. He talked about how he always loved how Tina protected her family and how much he admired her as a black woman, a businesswoman, and a mother. He even said, "I will always love you." Excuse us, that's not just support, that's soft launch flirting. And let's not forget Tina's own words. In her book, she opened up about how, even though Mathew did her dirty, he still believed in her when no one else did. Tina said that even when he cheated, she believed a lot of it came from an illness and that he would have taken a bullet for her. Now, fans are torn. Some people say Tina sounds like she's still codependent, while others say it shows just how deep their connection really was. But here's where the plot thickens. Tina and Richard Lawson, her now ex-husband, had a marriage that seemed happy, at least in public. They got married in 2015 and were together for 8 years. But just recently, Tina filed for divorce, and it went through super quick. There wasn't even much drama around it. But fans noticed something else: the timing. See, rumors say that Richard was low-key upset about how friendly Tina and Mathew were getting again. And who can blame him? When you see your wife spending more time with her ex than with you, it's gonna feel a little off. Richard and Tina always seemed a little mismatched in interviews, and some fans even pointed out that Tina didn't seem as excited about Richard as she did about Mathew. One moment that sticks out was when Tina was asked about what she loved about Richard. She said she prayed for a man with certain qualities, then followed it up with, "Is he perfect? Absolutely not. Ouch." That's not exactly a glowing review. And don't get it twisted, Richard wasn't some quiet side character. He was a known actor and had a lot of fans too. But insiders said that he felt like a second choice, especially with how often Tina defended Mathew in public and how often she spoke about their past with affection. People started wondering if Tina had ever fully moved on. Now, let's talk about the backstory that really adds fuel to the fire, because apparently Tina wasn't exactly sitting around heartbroken while Mathew was out here cheating during their marriage. Word on the street is that Tina had her own secret fling, and the man involved. None other than Richard Lawson, before they were officially together. According to Beyoncé's former vocal coach, David Lee Brewer, Tina was caught kissing Richard while still married to Mathew. Brewer even said it was super awkward because he walked in on them when he was just trying to grab his keyboard. Tina had to introduce Richard on the spot. Talk about a surprise. This tea came out in a tell-all book, so you already know people are taking it seriously. So while Mathew was out there starting side families, Tina may have been exploring her own options. This makes things even messier when you look at how their later marriages played out. Some fans say that Tina and Richard's whole relationship started out on the wrong foot. And that's why, during their marriage, Tina sometimes came off as less than excited to be with him. Rumors even claim that deep down, she still wanted to be with Mathew, which would explain the weird energy she had whenever she spoke about Richard. The divorce papers between Tina and Richard were dry and, to the point, irreconcilable differences. But the details? Oh, they were juicy. Tina walked away with major assets. We're talking luxury cars, properties in LA and Texas, creative works, and even her retirement account. Richard got his studio, some royalties, and a Cadillac, plus a one-time $300,000 payout from Tina. But one of the most interesting parts of the settlement was the non-disparagement clause. Basically, neither of them can talk bad about each other or each other's kids or future grandkids in public. Now, why would Tina need to include something so specific? Some say it's because Richard has a history of talking too much, especially back in the 70s and 80s. The clause even bans him from talking about the grandkids. Like, were they trying to stop something before it started? And that's not even the wildest part. Allegedly, Richard has been feeling some type of way about all the recent closeness between Tina and Mathew. Imagine seeing your ex-wife hanging out with her ex-husband a lot right after the divorce goes through. Fans are saying that Richard probably saw this coming all along. Maybe he picked up on little clues, little glances, little inside jokes that told him the flame between Tina and Mathew wasn't fully out. So now here we are. Tina is single again. Mathew is still married, but acting real friendly. Richard is out of the picture, but might be side-eyeing the situation from afar. And the fans? We're all just trying to figure out what's really going on behind those perfectly staged public smiles. Because the way things are looking, something is definitely brewing, and we're about to find out just how hot this tea really is. Stay glued and don't miss what comes next. Like, share and subscribe for more juicy celebrity news.